Sono un sacco di mosche. Ok, questa la facciamo partire breve. All right, hello everyone. Thank you for being here and welcome to the very last circle of 2025. I suppose the majority of you is gonna watch this recording. So in this case, as you know already, we're gonna share here on the recording the yoga class, and then I'm gonna share with you the journal prompts, but I'm gonna keep private the actual conversation about the circle. Before we start with this new moon in Sagittarius, there is a little bit of housekeeping that I would like to do this time, because I've been organizing a little bit 2025 with a little bit of advance, and there are two new offerings coming in January. The first one, it's a workshop to set a little bit of our intention for our new year. So we're going to go through this ritual and experience online as usual, in which we're going to set up our intention for 2025, do a vision board all together, and get in the right mental space for the new year. The second offering is actually quite connected to this first one, but it's meant to be done all by yourself. It's a ebook, a book of about 50 pages in which you can go through each question and actually, it's quite long, and actually reflect by yourself and go through a little bit of reflection of the past year, where are you at this present moment, and then eventually I ask how you can set up the 2025. It's plenty with there's going to be a visualization, there are going to be exercises that you can do at your own timing. My strong suggestion is, since it's going to be this long, take your time to do that. And this is also why I thought it's better if we don't do that on a circle, just do it by yourself. All right, so let's get started with this circle. Today it's a new moon in Sagittarius. It's actually my sun sign, so I do feel this so much, because it really underlines the things that I think I'm strong with, and at the same time, it really underlines the things I'm extremely bad at. So you can let me know which one you actually think. You're a little bit like me. So the main words for this moon is reset, and at the same time it's vision. What this new moon is inviting us to do is to actually open up ourselves to the long-term vision. So if you think about the image of the Sagittarius, it is half man, half horse with an arch, meaning that this person is able to actually check on a distance and find the goal or the objective from a distance. It kind of asks us to explore and invite life in from an embodied place, so mostly through the body, and kind of question everything that was told us, but we didn't experience with ourselves. So it's a bit of research of the truth, research of direction, and at the same time, trust without trying to micro planning every single step of the way. So for example, before I started this conversation, I was having a little bit of a chat for the next step. You want to think about, what's your next step? And it's good that you kind of think about what are going to be the step in order for you to change, for example, your career, but allow a little bit of trust in the process without micro planning every single thing. What's the warning about this new moon? What's the dark side of this new moon? This is what I do all the time. I love to dream. I love to picture the big vision, how it's going to be my life, my project in 5 years ahead. I'm extremely strong in this. I'm very, very bad about embodying, and I'm very, very bad about taking the actual actions and staying grounded in the present moment and thinking, okay, this is where I want to go, but it's going to take quite a little bit of time, and I'd like to go through these steps. So the invitation here once again is to actually experience life through your senses, through your body, and connect with your inner wisdom, or the wisdom that you acquire from exploring everything around you. We are gonna do this through a yoga class that is gonna be a sort of vinyasa and yin fusion. So there are gonna be some movements that are gonna be a little bit more fluid and dynamic, but then there are going to be lots of stillness, lots of pauses in which we just have to stay in order to really allow us to feel the body and then eventually feel the world out there. Now, before we dive in, I think I'm gonna share the question directly in the caption for those who are gonna watch the recording, and we can talk about our questions with those who are present later after the class. So if you're ready, I'm gonna turn on a bit more the music. Today we're actually starting with the breath work instead of meditation. So if you want to find a comfortable seated position for yourself, if you need to do any micro movement to wake up the body a little bit in case it's morning or in case you've been sitting down for a while, do it. And when you're ready, let's start by bringing your second finger and your third finger in between your eyebrows. There you go, perfect. We're gonna do nadi shoda. So alternating nostril breath work. We're gonna start by closing the right nostril and keeping the left one open. We're gonna start by inhaling through the first nostril, exhaling through the same one, closing the nostril, and then passing on the next one. And again, inhale, exhale, close, inhale, exhale, close. So when you're ready, we're gonna do this together. Just keep your fingers for now in the middle of your eyebrows. Close your eyes if you want to. And let's by taking some deep belly breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Now when you're ready, start by closing your right nostril with your finger. And when you're ready, deep inhale through the left one. Close. Open the right nostril. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the right. Close. Switch to the left. Exhale. Inhale through the left. Close. Switch to the right. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close. Open the left. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close. Exhale through the right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Inhale. Close. Change. Exhale. 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 Inhale. close, change, exhale, inhale, close, change, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, close, change, 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 close, change, close, change, close, change. Keep going at your own rhythm now. The last 2 rounds. When you're ready, inhale, close, change, exhale, inhale, close, change, exhale, inhale, close, change, exhale, inhale, close, change, exhale. Keep your eyes closed and bring both of your hands on your knees. Allow your breathing to be free. And start to notice if anything changed from before the practice to now. Notice if there is any more fluidity into your breathing. Notice how you're feeling your mind. Notice how you're feeling your heart. And when you're ready, you can start to slowly open your eyes. Don't rush this process. Take your time to gently open them. Take your time to look around your room, the space where you are. To get back at this moment. And when you're ready, we're gonna stay in this position, and we're still simply gonna start to gently moving our neck. Gentle circles of the neck. Feel free to keep this small and soft. Feel free to start to make these circles a little bit bigger. Around and around. Bigger and bigger as you're feeling comfortable. You might want to change direction now. You might want to start small if you change the direction. And making these circles bigger and bigger if you wish so. You might want to just keep your neck mobile and the rest of your body straight. Or you might want to start to involve your spine as well, making circles with your spine as well. Closing and opening the chest as you're making those circles. You might want to start to involve your shoulders too. You might want to make this movement soft and silky. Or maybe today you just want to take it easier. And you might want to focus on one part of the body at a time. Feel free to change direction of your circles now. And if you're moving your body, allow yourself to explore into this new direction. You might want to involve your arms as well, involving them into this dance we are doing. You might want to keep your hands softly on your knees, so you might want to start to allow your hands to participate to these circles. Opening and closing as you're feeling it today. As usual, my invitation is to always connect with your body first and then eventually follow my indication. You can take all the variation that you wish to take. You might want to change the direction of the circle again if you want to. And simply feel it. And when you're ready, start to make your circles smaller and smaller. Circulating, rotating towards your center. Smaller and smaller as you come back into straight position in the center of your mat. Very well. From here, we are gently gonna transition into a child pose. So we're simply gonna move into this other seated position. We are simply gonna sit on our feet. Legs can stay together, or you can open it up and allow your chest to go towards the mat. This is gonna be our first in pose. So we're gonna hold this for a few seconds, a minute almost. As you're holding these positions, start to notice where your mind is going. Start to notice which are your recurring thoughts. And ask yourself if you can let go of any of these thoughts for at least less than a minute now. Ask yourself if this thinking that you might be having is this important, or if you can allow your mind to rest for just a few more seconds. And if this feels challenging, there are two techniques that I can suggest you. The first one, simply focus on your breath. Force your brain to simply follow your breath. Every inhale and every exhale. Technique number two, start to picture your thoughts as clouds in the sky. Every time a thought comes through, you're simply observing it from a distance, almost like it's a cloud. It's floating up very far away from you. You allow the cloud to go through the sky, but you don't attach yourself to it. You simply observe it. Allow your body to soften more and more into this position. Allow your chest to find the mat more and more. Your shoulders opening up, your chest opening up. And when you're ready, you can keep your eyes closed if you want to. Let's start to roll one breath at a time and transition into a hold core position. Back stay rounded if you want to, and once you reach the position, you can drop it right in a cat and inhale for your back. One more time. Inhale, touch your back. Exhale, round. Allow your head to really fall towards the mat. Inhale, gently arching. Exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale. Very well. Inhale, exhale. And every time we repeat this, let's see if we can make our inhale a little bit longer, holding on a little bit more of oxygen. And exhale, slow it down more and more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, Exhale. Very good. Let's transition now into our next yin position. We're simply going to bring our hands towards the top of the mat and then lowering our chest towards the mat. So we are coming into a puppy pose. Forehead on the ground, chin on the ground if you wish. You can stay where you are, or if you wish, you can simply bring your hands in Anjali Mudra and bring it above your head. Very good. This is going to intensify a little bit more this position. And just as we did before, let's start to observe our thoughts. And notice if we can hold them back, if we can detach ourselves from them, at least for a few seconds. Allowing our body to soften into this position more and more. Allowing flexibility, mobility, and rest of the mind. When you're ready, you can start to bring your hands towards the mat if they went under the mudra. Hold this position for a moment. And after next exhale, you can start to transition almost as we did before, but this time we are gonna go all the way down into our cobra. Very good. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, lower yourself down. Let's bring our hands a little bit forward. And at our next inhale, we're gonna lift our chest up, opening the exhale, lowering down. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, exhale. Keep going at your own timing. Inhale and exhale. At your next inhale, See, you can go all the way up into a cobra, or if you wish, you can go straight up into a downward facing dog. Again, there is no right or wrong way here. Simply feel your body. Very well. Inhale. Exhale. Let's transition into a downward facing dog. It's our first downward facing dog, so always remember to bend one knee at a time, or do any movement you need to do in this case. Maybe you want to rotate your hips a little bit. And find a little bit of warm up into this part of the body. When you're ready, you might want to try to keep your legs straight. Neck is relaxed, your head is floating in between your arms. And when you're ready, you might want to try to fluctuate into plank position. Or if you're not ready for this, simply bring your knees to the mat, as you wish. Exhale, lower yourself down. Very well. And inhale, upper facing dog again. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do it one more time, more fluently this time. Ripple forward your plank or bring your knees to the mat. Chaturanga. Upper facing dog. Downward facing dog. From here, let's lift the right leg up towards the sky. And once you're there, bend your right knee. You might want to do small circles with your hip just to warm it up a little bit. You might want to change the directions of your circles. And when you're ready, straighten your leg a little bit more towards the sky, bend your knee, and bring your knee towards the chest. And from here, just allow your knee to go down on the mat. Lower your left leg, and you're going to find yourself into pigeon position. Find the variation that is more comfortable for you. You might want to stay up with your torso open and your back straight for a little bit. Just moving your hips left and right for a little bit. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, let's lower ourselves down into pigeon. And this is our next yin pose. Stay a little bit longer. Notice if anything is changing in your mind. Notice if every exhale, your body softens a little bit. You're free to move a little bit if this is getting a bit uncomfortable, you might want to find another variation of the pigeon, simply bringing your foot towards your hips a little bit. Deep inhale, deep exhale. When you're ready, come into your palm and simply push your chest towards the sky. Open up a little bit more. Let's point our left foot, raise our left knee, and simply pushing the right leg back into our downward facing dog. Start immediately, bending one knee at a time, or as you're doing, if you want to lift your leg and simply play with your leg, you're more than welcome. Whatever you need to lift, to let your legs a little bit more free and stretch them out. Let's flow a couple more times as we did before. This time, see if you can slow down your movement, making them more and more controlled. Feel free to go at your own time, or if you want to follow me, inhale, exhale, let's start to reach forward one vertebra at a time. Plank, chaturanga, slowly. Inhale, chest comes up. Exhale, transition into downward facing dog. Next round, you can do the same thing, or if you want, we can start to play a little bit with our strength and our flexibility. At your next exhale, ripple forward towards your plank, and stay here for a moment if you want to experiment with me. And let's start to make tiny waves with your back. Allow this movement to be intuitive. Really play with your core in here and see how this movement feels for you. And when you're ready, get back into a straight plank position. Chaturanga again. Upper facing dog. Downward facing dog. Let's play with the left leg now. We are gonna bring it up towards the sky. Bend the knee. And let's start by doing deep circles. When you're ready, you can start to change direction of the circles. Strengthen your leg if you need to. Stretch it out a bit more. Bend your knee again. Bring the knee towards the chest. And allow your leg to rest on the mat. Find your variation. Stay up with your chest up for a little bit, just to find a little bit more of opening on your hips. And when you're ready, come all the way down into your pigeon. At every inhale, imagine you're bringing oxygen, energy, vitality, flexibility to that part of the body that you feel more restricted. And at every exhale, imagine you're releasing from that part where you feel pain. Any thoughts, any beliefs, any situation, action, anything that you feel you're holding on but you don't need it anymore. Your hips are a place where we hold on emotions, where we hold on feelings. So sometimes this imagining to release something that it's not, you cannot touch, you cannot see. Imagine you are releasing it from that part of the body can actually help you to open up even more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, palm onto your palms. Open your chest, straighten your back. You can jiggle a little bit, move rock side to side your hips if you need to. When you're ready, simply sit on your bum. We're simply gonna bring the opposite leg together. Sorry, the opposite foot together with your left foot into butterfly position. Stay here for a moment, especially if you feel some tension here in the hips. So you might wanna move your butterfly a little bit. You might wanna play by bringing your chest towards your feet and see how it feels. You might want to try to gently push your knees towards the ground. And before we go into our next pose, let's bring our knee together. And simply we're going to start to move our hips, our knees, sorry, left, right, just a little bit. Maybe we want to stretch out the leg that is on top to give a little bit more of mobility. We might want to make this movement very slow, or we might want to make it nice and quick. And when you're ready, come back into your butterfly. Get ready, straight back, open chest, and when you're ready, simply start to lower yourself down towards your feet. Your arms might go around your feet if you want to, they can be on top. You can decide how you want it to be. And simply let's stay here for about 30 seconds. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly, one vertebra at a time, raise back up and open up your chest. You might want to help yourself by pushing your knees together. And maybe you want to move them side to side a little bit more. And when you're ready, we're going to this time open our legs up. And then we're going to straighten our back, open our chest, and as we exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down, trying to go as far as we can. Inhale. Exhale, close your eyes and drop in this new position. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gently raise back up, straight back. Help yourself with your hands if you want to. We're going to bend our knees first and then bringing them back together. And from here, we're going to simply bring our knees towards our chest and we are going to lower ourselves down into a little ball. Rocking side to side or back forward. And if you wish. Let's bring our knees under our knees now. Or actually, if you wish, you can keep them where they are. We're going to start to roll on our back, making very small shifts here. And see if you can slowly start to come into a position in which you can sit down. We're going to do a few tests first, just to play around a little bit. Try to do not use your hands if you can. And once you repeat, you might want to try to come into a boat position. Just finding your equilibrium. Try to keep your back straight, your hands towards your feet. If this is too difficult, you can keep your hands down to the mat if you want to, or if you can try to simply allow one hand at a time to go towards your feet. Inhale, exhale. Inhale again, bring your Knees towards your chest. Roll one more time. Actually, I wasn't ready. And at your next one, we're gonna try to stand up. We try. It doesn't always happen. Yeah, give it a few times to try. All good. And from here, we're simply gonna keep our hands and head low. We might wanna bend our knees a little bit. As our next inhale, we are going to start to roll our back one vertebra at a time. You won't see me anymore. And from here, we're going to bring our hands up towards the sky. You guys stay where you are. I have to fix this. Okay. Up towards the sky. Exhale. Hands towards our chest. Very well. Let's do it again. Inhale, hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands on the chest. Inhale one more time, but this time we're going to start to lift our left leg up. Find your equilibrium. And exhale, we are going to try, if we can, to simply push our leg towards the back. Playing with this position, wiggling, falling, that's all normal. Just trying to find this position of equilibrium and strength. You can bring your hands towards the front if you want to. And exhale, lower everything down. Very good. Yeah, play with it. It's so good. All normal. Inhale, one more time. Hands towards the sky. Exhale, and to chest. At our next inhale, the opposite leg is going to come all the way up. Knee to chest. And exhale, we're going to gently moving to bringing our chest towards the mat. And the right leg is going to stand in this fluctuation pose. Keep your knee bended if this is easier for you. Hands towards the front if you want to, or you can bring them in Anjali Mudra towards your chest. It's normal to wiggle, it's normal to feel not in equilibrium at all. That's the fun part of this position. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring everything back up and lower it down. Let's finish our class now by coming back into our seated position. And as usual, we're going to bring our hands up towards the sky as we inhale. And exhale, lower them down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And exhale towards the chest. Thank you so much for joining me on this class today, the very last one of 2025. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna drop, for those who are not online, the questions down below, so you can do them at your own timing. I'm gonna interrupt the recording and we are gonna start with the circle. So thank you so much for those who are here now and those who are gonna watch it later. So for those who are watching the recording, if you do, and if you get to this point, if you want to leave a like, if you want to leave a comment, anything like this, for me, it's super, super important to understand how this class went. So very appreciate any sort of feedback. And with that said, we are going to see each other in 2025, hopefully for the next workshop. Bye. Here you go.